Never mistake unwavering devotion for true love. It might just be the quietest form of destruction. Today, we're diving into a story that peels back the layers of perceived heartbreak to reveal a darker, more calculated truth. We'll explore how profound sadness can be twisted into a weapon, turning a seemingly innocent victim into a master of psychological manipulation, leaving a trail of silent devastation. 5 years ago, a man named Mark became a living legend among his friends. His fiancée, Sarah, had, out of the blue, called off their wedding. She simply felt they were growing apart, a reason as common as it is painful. Sarah eventually moved on, found new love, and married someone else, but Mark remained famously single. To the world, he was the picture of enduring love, a tragic romantic hero. He kept their shared apartment exactly as she'd left it, a shrine to a love lost. He maintained a warm, almost familial relationship with Sarah's parents and siblings, always checking in, always offering support. Every year, on her birthday, a polite, nostalgic text would land in Sarah's inbox, a gentle reminder of the past, devoid of any demands or bitterness. From the outside looking in, Mark was a saint, suffering beautifully and silently for a true love snatched away too soon. Everyone admired him. Everyone pitied him. He was the man who truly knew how to love, even in heartbreak. But beneath this veneer of dignified suffering, something far more sinister was at play. Over time, Mark's unwavering loyalty, his steadfast refusal to move on, began to morph. It became less about genuine affection and more like a silent, suffocating shadow cast directly over Sarah's new life. Mark was a master of the periphery. He never overtly crossed a line, never caused a scene. Yet he was always perfectly positioned to make his presence felt. For instance, he would casually offer Sarah's new husband highly successful career advice, disguised as friendly guidance, but always subtly implying a deeper understanding of success in life that only Mark possessed. He'd send a wedding anniversary gift to Sarah and her husband, something thoughtful, but always one that perfectly captured an inside joke, a shared memory only he and Sarah would truly understand, making the gesture sting with a quiet, undeniable nostalgia. Friends observing Mark's supposed saintliness would constantly whisper to Sarah about the incredible, selfless man she had left behind, their words planting seeds of doubt and guilt she couldn't shake. What everyone saw as eternal devotion, a testament to true love, was actually a carefully constructed psychological siege. Mark wasn't clinging to love, he was weaponizing his grief. His refusal to move on wasn't a sign of endless sorrow, but a deliberate anchor he plunged into Sarah's life, designed to make him an impossible, flawless standard against which her new partner could never measure up. He wasn't heartbroken. He was hungry for control, feeding on the power of being the morally superior victim. His perfect loyalty was a corrosive acid, silently eating away at Sarah's peace, breeding unbearable guilt within her, and fostering deep, toxic insecurity in her new husband. This wasn't about getting Sarah back. It was about ensuring she could never truly be happy without him, even if he wasn't physically present. His strategy was to make her new life unbearable by constantly reminding her of the perfect love she had supposedly abandoned. The relentless pressure, the constant whispers, the crushing weight of Mark's saintly shadow eventually did its job. Sarah's marriage, once seemingly strong, began to fray and then shatter under the strain. Exhausted, broken, and now divorced, she found herself consumed by the very guilt Mark had so carefully cultivated. The belief that she had left, the only man who truly loved her, became an inescapable truth in her mind. One rain-soaked evening, years after their breakup, she showed up at Mark's door, tears streaming down her face. She confessed everything, how she'd made a terrible mistake, how she understood now that he truly was the only one. She begged him to take her back, offering him the very thing he had seemingly waited half a decade for. Mark stared at the broken woman on his porch, her face streaked with mascara, her voice hoarse with sorrow. In that moment, he realized something chilling. He felt absolutely nothing for her. No love, no pity, no triumph, just a hollow emptiness. He simply gently closed the door in her face. Sometimes refusing to let go isn't a sign of endless love, but a patient, disguised obsession with revenge. We often mistake a bruised ego for a broken heart. Some people don't hold on because they love you, but because they cannot stand the thought of you being happy without them. If you want to understand more twisted tales of the human mind, click on this next video.